The need to be right is a form of violence. Verbal violence unchecked turns into physical violence. That's why in the scriptures it says to take every thought captive, because our thoughts become our words become our actions. They also say that if a man committeth adultery in his heart, he's already committed it, because God knows the patterns of the brain. What fires together, wires together. And we are completely capable of changing our brain. That's what neuroplasticity is. And yes, changing the neural pathways in our brain is difficult. It's not easy. If we're normally a negative person, we're not just going to wake up a positive person. It takes practice. So I want to practice being a more positive person this year, because our amygdala is in charge of our fight or flight and the fear in our bodies. And when our amygdala is active, there's physiological signs of that: the heart racing, anxiety, depression, PTSD symptoms. So when we struggle with these different things, our amygdala is activated a lot. It is harder for us to access our prefrontal cortex when we're in our amygdala brain. And this is something that I've been learning in therapy. And a saying that I really like is, when emotions are high, logic is low. So when we see the signs that we're in our reptilian brain or the amygdala, when we're in fight or flight and we notice that we need to calm down, when we notice that we're activated, we need to use tools to calm down in order to access our prefrontal cortex again. In Alma 35, the Zoramites were not ready to hear the truth. When they were preached the truth, they first disagreed verbally, but then it turned into war. Some of the Zoramites did believe and went to the land of Jershon. The king of the Zoramites was so angry that he went and asked them to treat them as outcasts, but they refused. They wanted to take them in, nurse them, feed them, clothe them. And he was so angry that they didn't reject the Zoramites that were converted that it did turn into war. And they were also offended by hearing the truth, because it shattered their previous belief that they didn't want to give up. They didn't want to give up their craft. Oftentimes when people aren't ready for truth, they'll label you as the bad guy. Instead of looking inward and making a change, they would rather view you as the problem.